Have you ever had the meze tabbouleh? If you answered no, then you're definitely missing out. Tabbouleh is a traditional Lebanese dish that is served as an appetizer and acts somewhat like a salad, but better. If you want your taste buds to thank you repeatedly, then I'd advise you to take some notes. I am going to show you how to make this amazing, mouth-watering dish that will have you wanting more. For ingredients, you need to gather some fresh ingredients to make this dish from your local supermarket. The ingredients needed for this dish is parsley, tomatoes, green onions, yellow onions, dried mint, salt, pepper, fresh lemon juice, olive oil, and burghul, as well as getting the proper utensils ready to make this dish, such as a big Tupperware, a cutting board, and a food processor. There's a lot of work that goes into preparing the ingredients before you actually assemble them, especially for the parsley. The prep work for the parsley is wash, soak, rinse, repeat. Wash, soak, rinse, repeat over a series of 5 to 6 times. And this ensures that all the sand has been taken out of the parsley because no one wants to eat sand in your tabbouleh. After this process, you wrap the parsley in bunches and wrap them in paper towel and just to make sure that it soaks up all the moisture from the water that you put them in, and you place them in the fridge. Then the next day, you want to take them out and remove the stems of the parsley. A more time-consuming way of doing this is by taking the parsley out, removing the stems, and finally chopping them on a cutting board. And my mom used to do it that way, but she found a much easier way to do it, which is removing the stems from the parsley and placing them in the food processor, and gently hitting pulse a few times to ensure that they're finely chopped. And that's a much more efficient way of having your parsley chopped. After all this consuming prep work for the parsley is finished, you can go ahead and move to the rest of the ingredients to chop. When you want to chop the tomatoes, you want to make sure that they're nice and hard and firm, because if you're chopping the tomatoes and they become mushy, it's not a good thing, and no one wants mushy tomatoes in their tabbouleh. And then the next thing you can chop is the green onion and the yellow onion. You want to make sure that's finely chopped, and then put that to the side. Then you grab your big Tupperware and then place on the bottom the burghul that was soaking in water and squeeze it out to take out the moisture, and place some of that on the bottom. Then the next step is placing the tomatoes and then the yellow and green onion. And then you could put the mint, the dried mint, sprinkle that on for taste. And then lastly is the parsley with the salt and the pepper. And then next to make the dressing is pour some fresh lemon juice and some olive oil, and then mix it all up. And then you mix it all up and you taste it to see if it needs some more salt or pepper or lemon juice, whatever you want. And then the fun part is enjoying and eating it. Depending on how many people you're serving, you could either place them in small dishes around the table, or, like I do it, you could have it in a nice big crystal bowl. And for the presentation, you can place lettuce leaves all around the bowl, and while people are taking the tabbouleh, they can take the lettuce and dip it in the tabbouleh, making a lettuce wrap, or simply having it with a fork, which I like to do. Tabbouleh can be eaten in many ways, like I said, and it's usually served as an appetizer, but you can enjoy it in any time of the meal that you want. And I usually like it the next day because all the juices are soaked in and it tastes so flavorful. Now that I've supplied you with the recipe for this unique salad, you can try to make it yourself and enjoy.